Let's go. Well. Oh, so hot. Spring is sprung. Yes. Yes? Let's go. Beautiful. Sweet dreams. Let's go. Best wishes. So hot. Yes. Fun. Enjoying this. Are you? Here to help. Spring is sprouting. Let's go. Oh, so hot. Yes, let's go. Well. Beautiful. Yes? Yes? Best wishes.
Hey everyone, Guardian E here with another Infernal Clear video for the Legendary Hero battle against Hector, Marquess of Ostia, the new Legendary Hero that was introduced into the game today. The battle itself is, I would say, in moderate difficulty depending on the configuration of your team. The area, the map, has relatively enclosed spaces. You have these unbreakable walls and pillars that will block your repositioning ability. I think flyers do have a distinct ability, advantage at least, in passing through this area right here, which would act as a barrier for most, for grounded units. And then on the map itself, there's also plenty of reinforcements, waves after waves of reinforcements that will appear behind your team in the corners and in the corners of the pillars as well. So as far as the enemy units, I would say that the theme of today is the new wave skills that Intelligent Systems introduced into the game. So a lot of the units that either spawn or are in the map from the outset have the new wave skills. So this guy right here, for example, has odd attack wave. This sword flyer has speed, even speed wave. So they're going to be buffing themselves and their allies that are adjacent to them throughout the course of the map. Hector himself has his Ostia's Pulse, which is more or less Tactics Pulse, allowing units around him to enjoy a -1 cooldown on their specials. And of course the team configuration around Hector is made as such to take advantage of the Ostia's Pulse. There's no more than 2 of any movement type around him. So on turn 1, this bowfighter, for example, who has Slaying Bow and Moonbow, will have a cooldown of 0. He'll basically be able to initiate with Moonbow and proc with Moonbow. So those are just things to be mindful of. This Lance Flyer has both Guard and Guidance, so Guidance will facilitate Hector moving around if you allow this Lance Flyer to run amok. So just be careful about that. And Hector himself, of course, is a big threat. He has a huge amount of health, does a lot of damage, has distant counter, has Wary Fighter built into his Thunder Armads, and also has Vengeful Fighter. So he's obviously going to be a threat, and you're not going to want to necessarily initiate on him. You're going to want to either whittle him down with a sweep skill, or utilize an Axe Breaker skill, or allow him to attack you so that you can take down his health on enemy phase and finish him off on player phase. As far as my team is concerned, I didn't make many adjustments at all. I'll just run through them really quickly. New Year's Camilla has my Slaying Edge Gale Force build. No changes there at all. Spring Camilla has my Triangle Adept Cronraven build. Again, no changes. Hinoka has the Fury Desperation, Hinoka's Spear loadout. And the only adjustment I made to Corrin, Hack +3 seal again on her, only because it helped secure the initial kill against the Lance Flyer. That is the only reason why. I was missing 1 damage to take him out on turn 1, so I just slapped on the attack +3 and then went from there. So the first thing we're going to do is just get into position. We're going to get in T formation so everybody's getting the Hone buff, and that Summer Corrin is positioned now to be able to take out the Lance Flyer on turn 2. So she's just going to move up here, take out the Lance Flyer, and I'm going to use Hinoka to reposition Spring Camilla up so that Spring Camilla can reposition Corrin to safety. That way Spring Camilla is now in the perfect tile to take out the Bowfighter on enemy phase. And then I'm just going to slide New Year's Camilla over to the right, just to be behind Hinoka and get the Hone Flyers buff. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we get those reinforcements now. Nothing too terribly threatening. I would say that this guy has Obstruct if you let him get in the way, so that could be annoying at least. He has Darting Stance 3, so he's also very difficult to double on player phase. This Lance Knight, is decked out. He's got Harmonic Lance, he has Odd Attack Wave, Wrath, and Warding Stance, so he's certainly got a lot of premium skills on him, but that's not going to be a real problem. The first thing we're going to do is just use Summer Corrin to take out the Lance Fighter up here. We will reposition Spring Camilla back so that she can handily take on this Lance Knight, despite his premium skills. And we will reposition Summer Corrin back to safety. New Year's Camilla is currently in the range of this Green Cavalier, but again, weapon triangle advantage allows her to tank that without an issue. Okay, there we go. And that also puts her in desperation range as well, which is very helpful for this next turn. These are going to be using New Year's Camilla with her Hone buff and the goads around her to take on the Green Manakee. She'll also be activating Gale Force at the same time, which will allow her to move forward and also take out the Green Cavalier. And at this point we can use Summer Corrin to use a ranged attack over this wall to take out the Sword Flyer. And at this point, we'll just move Hinoka back so that she's still in the range of the Sword Cavalier. On next turn, he's not going to get the attack wave boost, and also he has Fierce Stance, so I don't want him to get that plus 6 attack. So I'll let him initiate on me next turn.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so we get that last wave of reinforcements. First, we're just going to take out this red mage. So the red mage has pass, and he just has pass so that you can't block him in by sitting on this tile here. But otherwise, there's nothing really terribly threatening about him. So we're just going to take him out with Summer Corrin. And then we're going to use... Hinoka has her Luna ready to go, so we'll just use her to take out the Axe Cavalier. Okay, perfect. And then at this point, I'm just going to reposition New Year's Camilla off to the right so that she can get the hone buff from Hinoka. Alright, so now I'm perfectly positioned to take out the Sword Fighter with Summer Corrin on player phase. And then I'm just going to sit. I don't want to initiate on Hector, then he gets his Vengeful Fighter activation, he's going to double me, and probably kill me. So we don't want that, we're just going to sit tight here and let him attack into me. We'll double him back. Perfect. And then yeah, we'll just support New Year's Camilla as she makes the finishing blow on Hector. There we go. So that's the strategy that I used to clear the Infernal Legendary Hero battle against Hector. I'd certainly be curious to hear what teams and strategies you use to clear the Infernal difficulty of Hector, Marquess of Ostia. So please let me know in the comments below what you ended up going with. Hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. Thanks so much for watching, we really do appreciate it, and until next time, let's protect those skies.